Hey there, Sovereigns. Monica Grace from cardreadingqueen.com here. Today's content is why I rarely call my husband my twin soul in my content. I've been wanting to make this video and this podcast for a while. And the gist of it is that I see a lot of people who consider themselves twin soul teachers or who talk about twin souls. They either do it with their twin soul, so with their partner, and the two of them are both on video and explaining, often explaining the two different sides of the relationship. And if it's not that, then I also see twin soul teachers who are talking about a specific person as their twin soul. And I do believe that your twin soul is an actual person on the planet. Like, I truly do believe that. And at the same time, I'm pretty cautious in my content to call my husband my twin soul. So I'll sometimes say my husband, my spouse, my partner, I'll even say like my current husband. And the reason is because I have an ex-husband as well. Or I'll sometimes even call him Patrick, which is his first name. I wanted to talk about why I don't just say, well, my twin soul, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I'll start with saying that I mostly believe my husband is my twin soul. Mostly. And I'm just trying to be real with you guys. And I've done all the tests. I've been on this journey for since 2017. So it's since like March of 2017. So it's now it's April of 2020 when I'm recording this. So I've been on this journey for a little over 3 years. Definitely throughout that time, I have wondered if other people are my twin soul. So, people in my past, maybe, being my twin soul, or even somebody I don't know being my twin soul. I've wondered if my twin soul is on the other side. I've wondered if I don't have a twin soul. Like I've gone through the ringer of like trying to figure out who my twin soul is. The first, when I first learned about twin souls, the first like 6 to maybe 12 months, like the first year, my biggest question was like, who is my twin soul? How can I confirm my twin soul? How do you know for sure it's your twin soul? And how can you be sure that twin souls are real? Those were some of the questions that were spinning in my mind. And then, I pretty much figured out who I thought my twin soul was. And since then, I've been questioning it the whole time. So it's like, I feel like even when you still have questions. But it's an evolution of the questions. So don't take that to be a negative thing. It's like you find like more and more peace around the question, because the question of who your twin soul is, it's really a wounding. It's like, and so you just keep removing the layers of that wounding. The reality is, if I were fully ascended, I would not only 100% know who my twin soul was, but I also wouldn't care that I knew or didn't know. Like it would be fine either way for me. And that's the wounding that I'm working through, that many of you out there are working through. Every person I know on the twin soul journey has these questions, even after they've confirmed their twin soul like 10 million times. It feels like there's still that situation, like one of my close friends, and really the twin soul set, I feel like I feel close to the twin soul set, even though I'm not really I am friends with the masculine, but I'm not like, I'm not really like close friends with him by any stretch of the imagination. But it's like, when they have challenges, there's still that question of like, is he my twin soul? Or is she my twin soul? Like there's still that like, ooh, like this is looking bad on the 3D. So like, is this real? Is this connection real? So definitely wondered about my twin soul. I've also seen my husband's I've seen my husband's twin soul twice in dreams. And it well, I saw her once in a dream, and the only way I can describe her is she's really like kind of just plain looking for me. And then I saw her once, kind of like as I was waking up, I saw and felt her energy, and like she was like just kind of looking over my husband as he slept and sending him love. And it's, those, it's like kind of hard because it's like, well, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if that was his twin soul or if that was a trigger like for me to like to think that like my husband's twin soul is outside of myself, or like I'm not meant to be with my husband, or so it's like it can be really challenging, but that those two experiences are, they also thread doubt for me. And for both of those experiences, it was really the energy of the twin soul that I could feel, and it was the same person, same energy, same soul both times, and that soul was on the other side is the other thing. So I was, I was kind of confused in both cases of like, well, why would my husband's twin soul be like on the other side, um and then like where's my twin soul then? Is my twin soul also on the other side? So those are some things that have kind of like confused me over the years. And I haven't seen his twin soul in like a year and a half to 2 years. So this was a little earlier on. So that's kind of the background on that. The reason I don't, even though so I'll tell you why I basically believe that my husband is my twin soul. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, first of all. And we've had to heal a lot to make our relationship work. And I think the biggest thing, I think there's a couple things. So one is that I've been on this journey for a while, and I have been doing the healing work, and I know I've been doing the healing work. And I believe that as you do the healing work, with your higher power, for me that's God, so I just use that name, then God is going to reveal your twin soul to you. So for me, I've been doing the healing work. I know that it's been real. And so I look around and I say, like, where is that love reflected back to me? And it's always through my husband, Patrick. Like, I mean, he's like, and he's changed so much and become, he had a lot of his own distorted patterns. So he's become the divine masculine so deeply, and so deeply embodies like, so much of the masculine, and has such deep love for me. And so it's like that love, it's like all the love I've invested into myself, I just keep seeing it back in my husband. So that's the number one reason. And also, I just want to say I've tested this extensively. I've definitely put our relationship through the ringer in so many ways, as has my husband. Like we both tested it. We've both healed our distorted patterns within this relationship. And it's like, where's that love? It's coming back through my husband, like every single time. And it's almost like, like as I've loved myself more, my husband not only reflects that love to me, but it's almost like other avenues of love also have like dried up, if that makes sense. Um, and not in a bad way. In like, it's like, because there were a lot of toxic patterns in those relationships. And I'm not talking about like, I'm not talking about another person, just to be clear. Like, not, there was no other person. It was more like, relationships with family or with friends or even with, objects like money, my businesses. I used to be pretty much in a romantic relationship with my businesses, and a lot of that has really dried up in a good way, in the sense that I'm not like trying to take, love from those places, because I give that love to myself now, and then, it's reflected back in my husband. All right, so, um, that's why I believe that he is my twin soul. So here's why I hesitate to put that label. And the first thing is that I'm ultimately committed to my higher power. I'm ultimately committed to God. I'm not committed to a person. So if God says go this way, like, I'm gonna do it. Um, God is not saying that because God doesn't wish me, like, I trust him fully. Like, he doesn't wish me harm, or like, he doesn't wish me to leave my source of love, and to leave my truth. And like, this seems really obvious because a lot of people are like, well, how can you be like in a committed relationship and say like, well, if God told you to leave, you would. It's like, because like, I trust God. Like, he's not going to tell me to leave unless it's the right thing. Um, so I don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm just going to wake up one day and want to leave my marriage. Like, I don't have to worry about that because that's not who I am. That's not who God is. Like, he's not like trying to control me and like bring me into harm's way. And anyway, so I don't know if that's, a hang up for you, but I've had that question before, so I hope that's like a helpful explanation. So basically, if something happened between Patrick and I, anything like, a death, a divorce, like any of the terrible D's, um, my commitment is still to God. My commitment is still to myself. I wouldn't date anyone. I've never been into dating, as you may know. I have probably a video on it at this point. So I wouldn't date. I wouldn't really pursue another relationship. My belief is that my twin soul comes to me through my healing work, and I believe I'm far enough along on this journey that I would not need to take any outward action to receive my twin soul and to, experience that love, because that love is inside me. So I don't I don't feel I don't feel like I need to have that label for my husband and I, for Patrick, because it's like, my commitment's ultimately to God. So then the second thing is that my husband and I, we still have areas where I don't feel we're in union. And we have there are a lot of great things about our relationship. We're in sync on a lot of levels, and there are a couple that we're not. And we're actually mirroring each other quite a bit on those. I mean, we're mirroring each other on all of them, but we're mirroring each other even on the areas where we're not like 100% to where I want us to be. And so we just have some bigger blocks that we still need to work through. Upsets that are perseverant in our relationship. And I'm still healing through those right now. So I'm cautious to say, like, this is my twin soul. We're in union. I'm cautious to like use those words, because I don't really need the label to understand what my path is. And I also just feel like, well, we're still healing stuff. Like, why would I say we're in union, or like put any put any like progress label on that relationship when I don't need it? Um those labels are that would be for someone else outside of our relationship to understand our relationship. And right now, I just don't feel the need to do that. And I really, like, for me, I really want to be, be like fully in union on all levels before I would really be like broadcasting that. It's almost like, you have a new business and your website is up, but it's not really ready. So it's like you're not gonna like fully broadcast that website and just be like plastering it everywhere, painting the town with that website. You're not gonna put up a billboard for that website until the website is like ready to launch. Um, and so that's how I feel right now about it. I don't know if my feelings will change as we heal through more stuff. I don't know if I'll always feel this way about the labels. But that's where I am right now. So that is why I don't talk about this so specifically in my content. But that's what's going on in the background, I guess, if that makes sense. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope it was interesting to you, if nothing else. Definitely check out my YouTube channel, cardreadingqueen.com. Check out my website, cardreadingqueen.com. Sorry, my YouTube is cardreadingqueen.com/YouTube. My website, you can go to cardreadingqueen.com/freebies if you want to check out some of the offerings I have. And that's all for me. So thank you so much for giving me your time and attention on this content. I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you so much, and hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.